This is Dr. B. Krishnachandra Kirti, Assistant Professor of English, Dr. BRR Government College, Jadcherla. Today, let us learn some aspects of interview skills. The basic things to be kept in mind as part of interview skills before facing an interview are about yourself. That means about the candidate. The candidate has to bear in his mind certain aspects, which are: be polite to everyone. So, good manners, politeness costs nothing. Moreover, it pays rich dividends. So, especially during the interview, being polite is very important. Watch your body language. Non-verbal communication. Body language is non-verbal communication. Our body speaks much even if we don't open our mouths. Without speaking even a single word, our body movements, ostentations, gesticulations tell the interviewer about the candidates. So, body language has to be taken care of. Watch your real language. The language we use as part of interview during the interview is important. Simple language with clarity, simple vocabulary, simple terminology, simple words, and syntax, proper syntax, correct sentence construction are very important. If possible, idiomatic English should be used. Review your own resume. So, the prospective candidates must have a clear idea of what they have written in their resume or curriculum vitae. Prepare for standard questions. There are certain standard questions which are most likely to be asked as part of the interview. Tell us something about yourself. Why should we hire you? Why do you want to work in our organization? Likewise, there are certain stock questions or standard questions. Prepare your wardrobe. The dress the candidates wear is also very important. It matters much. So, dress sense is also important. Prepare your questions. Prepare a set of questions which are most likely to be asked and prepare for them. And there are certain things to be borne in mind. They are: research the company. So, the candidates, before attending an interview, they should know some important aspects about the company they have applied for. So, what is it manufacturing, or what is it doing? What is its annual turnover? When was it established? How many wings are there? How many employees are there? And its profit and loss statement in brief, etc. Its achievements. Analyze job description. So, what sort of job they have applied for, and what are the roles and responsibilities? Brush up basics. Basics are to be prepared. Prepare for tests. For example, sometimes written tests will be there, sometimes oral tests will be there, sometimes a combination of all these things. Verbal and non-verbal tests will be there. Technical session round will be there. HR round will be there. So different tests will be there. Different rounds will be there, and the candidates have to prepare themselves for the tests. Prepare for potential interview questions. What sort of questions are likely to be asked? be punctual, be in time. So rather than being on time, it's always advisable to be well in advance, in time. Be attentive, be alert, be enthusiastic, keep yourselves interested. Speak clearly without any ambiguity, without any vagueness, without any lack of clarity, etc. Speak clearly. Other tips for making the most out of your interview experience include: treat the interview like a meeting, ask questions as well as answer them. So, the candidates have to feel themselves free, they should feel at ease, feel at home. So, they should treat the interview like a meeting. So, not only receiving the questions and answering them, sometimes it is necessary and it gives good impression if the candidates pose questions, they ask questions. Be an active listener. Always be alert, attentive, enthusiastic, interesting. Watch your body language, how you sit, where you keep your hands, and there are certain do's and don'ts about your body language. Don't sit cross legged, don't scratch your head, don't bite your nails, which indicates lack of confidence and tension. And eye contact is also important. Make eye contact, arrive early, practice at home. So, rehearse. There is nothing wrong in making a rehearsal. Moreover, it pays dividends. Greet your interviewers as Miss or Mrs. or Mr. Most people prefer you call them by their first name. Do you like to feel respected and important? So, uh, knowing their names and calling them by their names gives it creates a certain good impression. Again, it's a little thing, but in a world where there is too little respect going around, it will make you stand out from other competing candidates for the same position. So, give respect, utmost respect to the interviewers, to the members of the interview panel. Special tip: throughout your interview, hiring managers will be trying to assess how easy you will be to work with and manage. It's true, employers need self starters and leaders, but sometimes they simply need you to be a good soldier and do your job. So, initiative, taking the initiative, leading from the front, how much initiative you have, how well you can mingle with others, how well you can coordinate the members of the team, you can fit well within the team. So, all these things will be assessed, and self driven candidates will be given importance. Commitment, of course, pays. Brush up on body language. Our body speaks more than what we do. Nonverbal communication is most important. Be aware of what you are communicating through your postures and stance and make sure it's good. For example, sitting with your arms and legs crossed sends a message that you are closed off or feel defensive. So don't sit cross legged. Don't put your arms on the table. Don't lean on your arms. If you keep your hands in your lap the entire interview, you could signal that you lack self confidence. And twirling on your hair can make you look nervous or juvenile. Scratching your head, hair, biting your nails, blinking eyes all indicate lack of self confidence. So, biting nails, blinking eyes, all these things, scratching head, indicate lack of confidence. So, it's better to avoid all such things. Next, always stand up when someone else comes into the room. Professionally, you lose respect and credibility by staying seated. It sends a weak and powerless message. Think your movements through ahead of time so you are not distracted during the interview. Some members of the interview committee or panel comes stand up as a mark of respect. If you keep sitting when someone comes, you will lose impression. Dress the part. An interview may be the only shot you have to impress the decision maker in person. So make sure you are dressed properly. It's always better to overdress than underdress. But do some sleuthing and find out what the corporate dress culture is before you walk through the door. So have a decent dress, preferably wear a suit. If it is a plain suit, wear light colored shirt, a dark suit and a crisp white shirt. Manicured nails, simple makeup, and clean professional shoes will be perfect in most cases. Don't wear shirts or trousers with gaudy design and shining. And definitely avoid dangling earrings, too much perfume, and multiple clanking bracelets, etc. Don't be too much ornamentative. Shake it like you mean it. No fingers only handshakes. So, shake hands. Shaking hands is also important. Handshake plays an important role. The proper professional way to shake is using the entire hand, extending your arm for a firm but not overbearing grip, while rolling the index finger around the bottom of the other person's hand. So, complete handshake is to be given. The fold between your index finger and thumb should touch the other person's. So, an incomplete handshake sends wrong signals. If that if this doesn't come naturally, practice with a friend before your interview. Rehearse even for the shake hand. Smile. Wear a smile. Yes, a job interview is a high pressure situation, but freezing up and looking nervous will lose your points in the few critical moments you have to shine. So, almost all the candidates feel tense, anxious. It's but natural. But wear a smile and try to rid yourself of the tension. And nervousness and tension and lack of smile indicate lack of confidence. Most people, when they are under pressure, don't smile and appear nervous and lacking in confidence. It's amazing how something as simple as a smile can project confidence and leadership, even if you are a nervous wreck. Smiling naturally without pursing your lips tightly behave together will make you appear confident, friendly, and approachable. Even if you are not feeling it, fake it. A smile conveys that you are someone who can get along with few fellow employees, wow the boss, and impress the clients. So, a face with a smile, a cheerful face, gives positive signals. It gives the impression that you can get on well with your fellow employees, you can convince your boss, and also impress the clients, the customers. Take the water. If your interviewer offers you a glass of water, take it, even if you are not thirsty. This little prop can help you buy you time to formulate an answer to a difficult question or just give you a moment to center yourself. So, when you are offered a glass of water, accept it, even if you don't need it. This gives you some extra time to think well and answer even a difficult question. Make sure your cell phone is off, not on vibrate. This is the common mistake done by candidates nowadays. So, when you go to the interview, keep your mobile silent, not even vibrate. The last thing you need is a distraction during one of the most important meetings of your life. People can still hear your cell ring in vibrate mode. Better yet, just leave your cell phone in your car. It is advisable to leave your mobile somewhere else, at home or in car, etc. Even if you take it, keep it in silent mode. Right now or switched off. Better. Right now, there is nothing more important than your interview. This could be a life changing moment for you and your family. Eye contact. So, eye contact is one of the best ways to connect with people and build trust is to look them in the eye. Eye contact is also important during a group interview. So looking in into the eyes of the speaker with whom we are speaking is important. If one of the members put some questions and if we answer looking at somewhere else, it it sends wrong signals, lack of confidence, carelessness, whatever. Eye contact indicates great deal of self confidence. Have you ever heard someone say, I didn't trust that guy, he didn't look me in the eye? Your eyes are the windows to your soul and often convey to others that you are trustworthy and real. True confession. Honesty is most important in an interview. If the interviewee does not know answers to questions asked, it's always better advisable to admit his or her ignorance. I don't know rather than saying something else which is irrelevant and out of context. In interviews, honesty is very important. If the candidate does not know answers to the questions asked or put by the interviewer, it's always better or advisable to admit, to accept his or her ignorance rather than saying something else which is irrelevant and out of context. Let the company take the lead during your interview. Sometimes, when your interviewer is soft spoken or laid back, you may feel the urge to keep things moving. So, you start taking back some control, and the next thing you know, you are rambling. Resist this. Let the employer run the show. If there are periods of silence, just sit there in the silence. If you are well prepared for your interview, relax. You have nothing to worry about. So, when the interviewer is soft spoken and if there is silence, either maintain silence or take the lead. You can initiate the discussion, you can put some questions. One of the most common interviewing mistakes is talking too much. It's easy to ramble and over explain the things if your interview is a person of few words and there are periods of silence. Resist this and simply let them set the pace of the interview. Don't speak too much. Over talking is undesirable in the interview. So, if the interviewer is a reserved person, you will lose impression and it will be a big blow to you. Let the interviewer complete the question statement, don't interfere in between. Most of the candidates have this tendency to interfere or intervene in between before letting others complete their statement or their question or their explanation. So they don't have the patience to listen, the interest to listen. When the interviewer is talking with someone, oftentimes the interviewees will step on the last two, three words of sentence and talk over without extending the courtesy of finishing any sentence. Has this ever happened to you? Annoying, isn't it? That sort of intervention in between without letting others speak is annoying. It will be annoying. Reporters and TV talk shows hosts do it all the time. It is especially prevalent among type A personalities. Let your interviewer finish making their point, pause for 1 or 2 seconds, respond to their question, or add to the conversation. Let the interviewer complete his question or statement or explanation, whatever it is. Listen to it carefully and then respond, add something, contradict, whatever it is. Sit up straight and lean slightly forward. Many times, hiring managers have rejected good candidates because they were too laid back in their interview, literally. Disgracefully, older job seekers are often prejudged as lacking in drive and ambition. However, younger job seekers need to also be on guard against being too casual or relaxed. Don't be too casual or relaxed. Don't lean forward. Sit up straight with your back straight. Don't create the impression that you are too relaxed or too informal. Sitting up straight and leaning slightly forward sends the following non-verbal signal. I am listening intently. I am interested in what you have to say. I have a lot of energy and I am ready to go to work. So lean slightly forward, sit straight. That sends right signals, positive signals about you and your work culture and your enthusiasm and your tendency to work hard. It is hard to believe that in a few seconds you can make this kind of impression, but it's true. So ignore this slice of interview etiquette at your own peril. So within few minutes, either you can create impression or you can lose your impression. It's all in your hands. Take notes during your interview. Pursue the job even if your interview is going badly. Your interview is not over until you drive down the road. Arrive 15 minutes early but no sooner. This is a must on your job interview etiquette list. Not only is this a common courtesy, but it also keeps your name in front of those who interviewed you. So there is nothing wrong in taking notes during the interview. It creates good impression. Make note of the important points asked so that you can answer even later. Uh, Even if your interview is going badly, pursue the job, correspond, continue correspondence, and it is better always to arrive in time, that is well in advance, rather than being late. What to bring to a job interview? Coming prepared to a job interview is important. Bring extra copies of your resume along with a list of references to offer the interviewer. Also, bring a list of questions to ask the interviewer. What should you bring to the interview? When you come to the interview, when a candidate comes for an interview, what should he bring along with himself? A candidate is supposed to bring the resume, a copy of the resume which he has submitted when he along with his application, a list of references mentioned in the CV, and also a list of questions to be put to the interviewer. If you are interviewing for a tech or web job and you want to show examples of your work, it's okay to bring your laptop or tablet to show the interviewer what you have accomplished. The candidates can also bring their laptops, can take their laptops to show or demonstrate their achievements through PowerPoint or some videos, etc. What shouldn't you bring? Don't walk into a job interview with a coffee cup or bottle of soda or water or anything else to eat or drink. Don't chew the gum. Eatables and drinking items, drinks, water, all these things are not supposed to be taken. Your cell phone should be turned off and out of sight. You don't want to be the applicant whose text messages or calls disrupt the interview. So don't cause such, don't give any scope for such interruption. The best way to respond to interview questions. When you respond to interview questions, listen carefully to the questions. Take time to phrase your responses and ask the interviewer to repeat the question if you are not sure what they are asking. So, if you are not able to catch up the question asked by or put by the interviewer, you can always, without any hesitation, ask them to repeat the question. I beg your pardon. That means, I have not heard properly. Will you please repeat the question? Be brief and don't ramble when you respond. Don't speak too much. Be brief. Don't push the don't beat the bush about. However, do be sure that your responses answer the questions, are focused, and highlight the skills you have that are relevant to the job. Do your best to get the hiring manager on your side during the interview. See that you give responses. Your responses are to be the answers to the questions directly, to the point. Highlight the skills. They should be framed or organized or arranged. Your thoughts should be arranged in such a way that your responses or answers are centered around the requirements, the skills that you have, the requirements that they need. Do your best to impress the manager. Keep in mind that your responses are your sales pitch. You are selling the interviewer on yourself as the best candidate for a second interview and the job. So be sure you are focused on your relevancy, why you are a good candidate, how you can do the job, what you can contribute, and how you will benefit the company if you are hired. So try to impress the interviewer through your responses, not otherwise. Create impression in such a way that you are the best candidate, you are unique when compared to others. In what way are you unique from others, distinctive from others, how you can contribute, what you can contribute, and how you will benefit the company if you are hired, and how you are the most suitable candidate for the post. What to give the interviewer? Bring extra copies of your resume with you. Have a list of 3 references printed out, contact information for each reference, a pen and notepad for jotting down the questions that you might want to ask, and for making a note of the names of people you meet with. How to close an interview? Towards the end of the interview, let the hiring manager know that you think the job is an excellent fit and that you are very interested in the job. Create such an impression that you fit in the job and you are interested in accepting the job if they hire you. It's appropriate to ask what the next step in the hiring process will be and when you might expect to hear. You too can put some questions to the interviewer about what the next step will be and when you might expect to hear from them. Finally, thank the interviewer for the time they spent interviewing with you. Add a note of gratitude. Acknowledge thanks for the time they have spent with you, for interviewing with you. Be prepared for a phone interview. Sometimes telephonic interviews will also be conducted. Be prepared to attend a phone interview if needed. Phone interview etiquette is just as important as in person job interview etiquette when it comes to getting hired. That's because, regardless of whether you interview on the phone or in person, a successful interview will get you to the next stage of the hiring process. So, be prepared for the phone interview. Cultivate telephone etiquette, telephone manners, culture. Review phone interview etiquette tips, including a phone interview techniques, advice on how to prepare for a phone interview, and phone interview questions and answers so you can ace the interview. So, prepare, rehearse for, about phone interview etiquette tips, techniques, advice, etc. Enter the interview cabin by tapping the door gently once or twice. Greet all the members of the interview panel cheerfully with a gentle smile. Don't sit unless you are offered a seat. Don't try to show off your credentials, certificates, or testimonials until you are asked to do so. These are the basic tips. So, enter the interview cabin by gently tapping at the door once or twice. After entering the room or board, greet all the members of the interview panel cheerfully with a gentle smile. Don't sit unless you are offered a seat. And even when you sit, don't lean forward too much. Don't put your hands on the table and lean forward too much. Don't try to show off your testimonials, credentials, certificates, etc. until and unless you are asked to do so. Some general do's and don'ts. Do's: arrive in good time. The interview panel may be interviewing a lot of candidates, so do not keep them waiting. Dress appropriately. Some organizations, especially technology companies, have very casual dress code, but for most, a suit will be appropriate interview wear. Remember that you are being judged on the appearance that you present. So, your appearance also matters. Act appropriately, which usually means following the interviewer's lead. If you are offered a hand to shake, then shake it. But don't offer your hand if nobody else seems interested. Act depending on the situation, according to the context. If someone offers you a handshake, give a handshake. If no one else seems interested, don't go for it. Engage with interviewers, smile, make eye contact, and build rapport. Eye contact is important. Wear a smile on the face, build rapport, have the initiative, take the initiative, answer the questions that are asked using relevant examples wherever possible, wherever needed. Ask, answer those questions which are asked. Don't give unnecessary, irrelevant information. Be straight to the point with examples. Don'ts. Be afraid to blow your own trumpet a bit after all. Nobody else is going to blow it for you. However, do not lie or exaggerate. If you want the job, be enthusiastic and positive. Be over familiar or share too much information. So, don't blow your own trumpet. Don't boast about yourself. Don't exaggerate. Don't tell lies. Honesty is important in interviews. Be enthusiastic and positive. Don't be over familiar or share too much information. Questions to be considered for preparing for an interview. What is the best strategy to approach an interview? So before attending an interview, you need to prepare, and you have to prepare a set of questions. On what scale you have to prepare? What is the best strategy or method or technique to approach an interview? What is the purpose of an interview? What type of interviews exist? What are the different types of interviews? What are the different rounds that are to be covered under the interview? Who gets hired? Who will be selected? That means what the selection process consists of. How to prepare for an interview. What goes on in the mind of an interviewer? You have to guess, you have to imagine, you have to you have to step into the shoes of the interviewer. What psychological techniques can you use to leave the highest impression on the interviewer? How can you impress the interviewer to the best level possible? What does the interviewer look for? What is it that he looks for? What is it that he tests, assesses? How should you behave at an interview? About your behavior, how to greet, how to present yourself at your highest, what is the best body language, how to convert your nervousness to your advantage, how to shake hands, how to sit, how to move, where to look, how to maintain eye contact, how to structure your conversations, how to balance, how to take the lead, how to continue, what to say, what strategies to use to make yourself likable, how to satisfy the desire of the interviewer who wants to know you inside out by using specific words and styles of communication, how to satisfy, how to convince the interviewer, how to show that you are truly interested in the job, your readiness, your willingness, What are the most effective strategies? How to deal with general questions such as tell me more about yourself? How to answer such questions? How to deal with difficult questions? How to prepare for questions you might not anticipate? Unexpected questions. How to handle salary questions, whether to ask anything about salary or not, and how to answer or what to answer if they ask about what are your expectations. Tell us something about your expected salary. How to improve your listening skills. How to answer questions. What are the most common questions asked in interviews? Stock questions, standard questions. What is the best way to answer these questions? How to leave an interview? Initiating a discussion, interview, and leaving an interview both are important. How to close an interview and leave a good impression of yourself. How to put an end to the interview, how to leave the interview and leaving behind a good impression, how to maximize your chances of success in the interview using a few simple tricks at the end of an interview. So, how to improve your chances of success in the interview using a few simple tricks at the end of an interview. So, these are some of the basic